Most people step into recovery thinking they have to completely change their thoughts, habits, even desires. That's actually one of the biggest mistakes a person can make. Most attempts at recovery, and thus recovery programs, fail for two reasons. First, on some level, the person doesn't actually want to recover. And if that's you, I wish you the best, but this program isn't for you. Secondly, there's a fundamental misunderstanding of what recovery really is. Whether it's addiction, burnout, medication side effects or withdrawal, successful healing all comes down to one thing: raising your physical, emotional, and mental states so high that the problem or block itself becomes small compared to the new life you are living. Because recovery is not just about getting back to where you were. It's about far exceeding that and fulfilling the potential of who you actually can be. This program is unfair because it gives people a kickstart and deep dive into a world most people will never even come across, let alone have access to. Time-tested recovery practices and principles which have lasted for thousands of years, as well as state-of-the-art therapies that most people in the West have never heard of. I'm talking about working with the best Chinese medicine doctors, acupuncturists, qigong, internal alchemy, and Tai Chi practitioners in all of Asia, plus using cutting-edge HIV and EEG diagnoses and therapies such as brainwave tanks, EMDR, and more. This is not a typical recovery program. This is not a drug rehab. This is not an anxiety, depression, or medication side effect withdrawal program. We treat all those things and more. But the reason why it isn't that program is the reason why it works. Because we treat, at the most fundamental level, the true roots of recovery, your Jing. Body, mind, intelligence. This is what 99% of people actually need for true, lasting recovery to be a reality. I did therapy work for some of the best recovery programs in Australia, ones which cost upwards of $100,000 a week. I was shocked to see that there was very little even concept of how different substances, conditions, and different types of lifestyles impact brain chemistry and what methods need to be utilized to effectively bring about healing and safe recovery. We use specific herbal formulas with double-blind studies showing they effectively reduce or even stop cravings altogether for alcohol and other substances. These same herbal formulas also help rebalance key neurotransmitters such as dopamine and serotonin and can helpfully restore people's energy after burnout and crashes. These same herbal formulas have also been shown to help recover from childhood and intergenerational based traumas. These are herbs that are inaccessible in the West, but have been used safely and effectively in China for thousands of years. As a part of this program, all your herbal prescriptions will also be screened for your exact condition, your exact addiction, your exact problem, along with your unique brain chemistry and any medications or side effects you may be taking by an entire pharmacological department in an elite Chinese medicine university in China. This is a level of care which is simply not available anywhere else in the world, and it's happening at a fraction of the cost. Jing is your original fundamental essence, and for this reason, you will be taken to some of the most powerful healing spots on Earth. Places where the air and aerobiome you breathe literally produces positive neurological changes and naturally quietens the mind. This program is completely bespoke. There's no fixed schedule. No circle talk where you feel guilty talking about your problems. You show up as your worst self or your best self, exactly as you are. Because judgments are a waste of time, and it's only when you drop the mask can the real healing begin anyway. One day you may wake up in the mountains, the next you may be in a completely different city. Everything is designed so you step out of your head and into a natural flow. This is something that is hard to replicate at home. You'll be working with an extremely skilled, dedicated team who are all at the very top of their fields and whose life purpose is to create real transformation in people. We offer two main programs. The first one runs for 14 or 28 days. This is a streamlined program aimed to make you recover as quickly as possible and get you back to your normal and even better self. The next option we have is a longer term program which runs for 3 months. After that 3 months overseas, you then go back to your regular life or then move up to the Sunshine Coast in Australia. From here, you will have weekly check-ins and therapies, and your situation will be monitored for 9 more months. And when you complete the program, you'll also receive 9 months of follow-up support with psychologists, herbal medicine doctors, Qigong teachers, weekly calls, other therapies, all designed to help continue the recovery that you made in your time over here. Many clients also step into a mentoring role, which stops the inevitable drop down to the reality of regular life and helps them stay elevated by helping others. This is the situation that most people choose who are really on the verge of wanting change and have no other options. The old model of recovery can be helpful. It can work for some people, but there is another way. So if you tried every program, every doctor, every specialist, every philosophy, and you're still searching for something that works because you know there's some hidden missing factor, then this may be for you. It's taken 15 years building this program and making connections with the literal best practitioners and doctors in the world. And for that reason, we heavily screen everyone who applies. This is a program for only the people who are truly sincere about their recovery. It's for the people who want to make not just positive change in their own life, but also make positive change in their sphere of influence when they get back home and return to the life they're rightfully meant to live. If that sounds like you, welcome to Jing Return. And the time for change is now. Because what are you waiting for?